The global food security challenge is clear. By the year 2050, the world must feed 9 billion people, and the demand for food will be 60% greater than it is today. As agricultural land continues to shrink, the use of sustainable fertiliser to increase crop yields is more essential than ever. The Mackay Potash project will play a critical role in helping solve this challenge by creating the world's lowest cost supply of premium quality sulphate of potash fertiliser. The 100% Agrimin-owned project is located in Western Australia, currently rated the world's most attractive mining jurisdiction. Lake Mackay hosts Australia's largest sulphate of potash ore reserve, standing at 20 million tonnes. This world-class reserve underpins Agrimin's plan to develop the largest new sulphate of potash operation in the Western world. The production process involves the extraction of mineral-rich groundwater that lies just below the surface of Lake Mackay. A network of shallow trenches will be excavated to an average depth of 4.5 metres to allow the groundwater to naturally drain from the salt lake. Groundwater within the salt lake contains high grades of dissolved potassium and sulphate salts, making it ideal for the production of high-quality sulphate of potash fertiliser. The trench network will be implemented in stages to support a sustainable operation with a multi-decade life of initially 40 years. Groundwater will flow along the main southern trench and into the solar evaporation ponds. These ponds will be located on the salt lake surface to minimise the need for land clearing. Lake Mackay is perfectly located in a region with extremely high evaporation rates. As the water evaporates, potassium-rich salts will crystallise on the floors of the evaporation ponds. Wet harvesters will then collect these salts and pump them via a pipeline directly to the processing plant. The processing plant will be located on the western shore of the salt lake and adjacent to the evaporation ponds. The processing plant has a simple and conventional design and will be constructed for an initial production rate of 450,000 tonnes per year of premium quality sulphate of potash fertiliser. The engineering and construction approach has been specifically designed for the site's remote location and desert conditions. The operation will be supported by a process water bore field to the south of Lake Mackay, as well as a power station that will have a high penetration of renewable energy. The site is located in the perfect environment for using both wind and solar power to minimise the operation's carbon footprint. The processing plant will produce finished sulphate of potash fertiliser that is ready for use by farmers. Agrimin's product specifications are extremely desirable and will compete strongly against existing products in the market. Product samples produced by Agrimin are of very high quality, with an average grade of 53% potassium oxide and exceptionally low levels of impurities. Central to the Mackay Potash project is the development of dedicated logistics infrastructure that will have a substantial supply chain impact on the north of Western Australia. Sulphate of potash production will be trucked north to the Wyndham port under a haulage joint venture called New Haul Bulk. The haulage joint venture provides Agrimin with a unique and critical in-house logistics capability. At Wyndham Port, Agrimin will develop and operate its own storage and ship loading facilities as part of a fully integrated logistics chain. Wyndham Port is ideally located to take advantage of key sulphate of potash growth markets in South and Southeast Asia. The project's scalable resource base, strategic logistics infrastructure, and superior product quality will allow Agrimin to successfully compete in a range of international markets. Lake Mackay is situated 65 kilometres northeast of the Kirakara community, and in 2017, Agrimin signed a landmark native title agreement. The Mackay Potash project will contribute towards a major new export industry for Australia and will empower the country's most remote Indigenous communities. Agrimin is extremely proud of its industry-leading heritage and environmental work, having completed an extensive range of surveys and studies in parts of Australia that have never been researched before. We are in a time where the intensity of agriculture is rapidly increasing, where farmers need to meet fast-growing demand for premium produce and where consumers are increasingly focused on food quality. Agrimin will play a critical role in helping solve the global food security challenge through the development of its world-class Mackay Potash project and the creation of the world's lowest cost and most sustainable supply of sulphate of potash fertiliser.